Good morning. How you doing? It is Saturday morning and I'm drinking my coffee, and I thought we would talk about my 2026 planner plans. If that's something that interests you, get in here. We're just going to be chit-chatting about planners for 2026 and the thoughts that I have about my setup. And I haven't set anything up, y'all, because it's still November, and the only thing I'm interested in really setting up right now is my Christmas tree. Okay, but I will do actual setups, but it'll make sense in a minute why I haven't done them. So thanks for tuning in. Anyway, yay! I'm so happy you're here. Okay, so let's get to our plannery plans. If you're new here, I'm Christa. I talk about all the stationery things over here, and stationery is my joy. Okay, and I'm just sharing it with you. Do not feel pressure to buy any of these things that I'm gonna talk to you about today, because you probably don't need them. So I thought we would start with where I started in 2025 and where I am right now. And right now leads us nicely into where I intend to be come January 1st, 2026. Okay, I'm drinking a very not so good coffee. I'm thinking I need to get rid of my Nespresso machine just because I don't want to buy the pods. I don't really drink coffee every day because I can't tolerate the caffeine. I tried this new thing where I have a reusable pod that I just put my half calf in, and I don't like it. And I'm holding on to the Nespresso machine because my sister bought it for me for my birthday a couple years ago, but I think I'm done with it. I love the frother though. The frother is staying. And I think what I want is a mocha pot and a French press, because I'm technically a pour over girl, so I have a Chemex, but I want those other two devices. And I don't think I want the Nespresso, so I'm gonna tell my sister that I'm gonna put it on Facebook Marketplace. I think she'll be fine with it. I mean, I used it for years and I loved it, but I think I'm done. And yeah, because this tastes terrible. Okay, so let's get into the plannery plan. So I started off the year in this beautiful B6, and oh man, it's always something that I don't bring to the table because I'm never really fully prepared. But I started off in this beautiful Sterling Ink Common Planner B6 size, and I had it, let me go get the case. So I started off the year in Sterling Ink B6 Common Planner Vertical full year, and I had it in my Eternal Leather Goods custom cover that I had made for the Sterling Ink, meaning I had it made a little bit wider to accommodate the thickness of the Sterling Ink, because these are usually made for stologies, right? So I regret that. I should have just got this cover as is, because I am not in a Sterling Ink anymore. This is still gonna be, I think what I'm gonna do, because I still love the Sterling Inks, I think what I'm probably gonna do, I have a Stology in here now, and then once I'm done with that, I will just get a Sterling Ink notebook to put in here, and that should be fine. But this cover is exceptional. This is now my language learning journal, but we'll talk about this when we get to the journal videos tomorrow. But I started off the year with the Common Planner, and quite honestly, you don't even need a cover on this. I just love the way this felt. This is a really good size for planning. I started off strong. I tabbed it in everything, girl. I did the little tip in. I had a photo here. And then all of these pages in the beginning just fell to the ground for me. I didn't use them. I don't know why. I just never looked at them. I tried to do some tracking, just never used them. The calendars I got right in here, was using them, right? But then, and the calendars are good. They're a good size. It didn't work. But I got this book because I thought I wanted to look at how I was spending my time. And you know, it did something, but then I was just like, I don't like it. So that didn't work. And then what ended up happening, as usual, because this was supposed to be my everything planner. What ended up happening was I just went straight to the notes pages, and I just love using it as a notebook, right? And that's when I was like, okay, I need a little bit bigger space for work, because I was using this primarily for work, but still personal. Like, I didn't want to have a separate personal and work planner, but it was the vertical that wasn't working for me. And then I was just using the notes pages, and you can see I'm still using the notes pages even now, because I believe in using up all my notes. So I'll be done with this by the end of the year, because I'm actively using it to plan out stuff for my Etsy shop. So this was good. I mean, it's such a good size. I like the B6 size so much, but it just did not stick. So then I switched course a little bit. I also started off the year unintentionally. On January 1st, I was able to secure this pocket FILOFAX Ranger from somebody in the UK. And then it got to me in February. Well, it got to me in January, but I wasn't home. I was in New York for a month because my daughter and son-in-law were giving birth to their beautiful baby. And I was there for a month just to help them. And when I got back, I moved right into this bad boy, and I loved it. I was in this for like 4 months, and I loved it. And for work, I was just using the notes in this common planner. So I wasn't using the weeklies. You can see they're all like nothing. So I love this. And that's when I was like, wait a minute. Am I a rings girly? I think I might be a rings girly. I mean, I love a good bound book because it keeps everything together. But my body was just like, we need a little bit more creativity, move things around, thin things out, chunk things up. And then that's when I fell down the FILOFAX rabbit hole, and I started collecting all of these vintage FILOFAX ring planners. If you want to see my FILOFAX collection, let me know in the comments and I will show you all of my FILOFAXes. So all of my ring planners are FILOFAX with the exception of my Moterm, which I love, except that back pocket, don't love, and a plotter. So I got this, and then I just loved being in pocket rings, and I love that I never really used this as a wallet and planner, but I'm excited to use it as a wallet and planner in 2026. So I went into this, and then that slowly turned into me going into personal rings. And this is where I feel like, for where I am right now and where I feel like I'm going to be in 2026, having the versatility of rings is just so important to me. So this is where I intend to be, friend. Yeah, so I am going to let go of the bound books, and for 2026 I am going to be primarily in rings and strings. So I know that's not a surprise to anybody, because I've been saying I'm a rings and strings girl, and that's what it's going to be for me. So in 2026, I am just going to primarily do this thing where I am going to set up a personal size planner and a pocket size planner, and I'm gonna use all undated things for the most part, with the exception of my 1998 calendar that I found at the thrift store. I will be putting that in my personal rings and using that for 2026. But I will have 2 setups so that I can hop back and forth between personal and pocket. Everything will be undated. I'm gonna show you the inserts, but I just haven't set them up. My plan is to, when am I gonna do this? I'm probably not gonna set these up. Who knows? Maybe I'll get to it this weekend. I'm not sure. Or next weekend, but I do want to set them up, and I will show you a flip once I have everything in them. But I'm gonna just go ahead and set these 2 up with the dividers and everything that I think I want to have for 2026. But I'm staying in this until the end of the year because she's cute and I just want to continue rubbing on her. And then when I head home for Christmas, I will I'll take this one because I won't need a whole lot. I'll just need a wallet and a planner to set up, and this will work just fine. So I'm basically gonna be in rings, y'all, rings and strings. So this is the setup that I'm gonna make. Undated setup here, undated setup here, and I said rings and strings. So I've been feeling like I also want to be in my TNs a lot more, and I just want to have the option for, you know, when I have a day where I'm like, you know what, I just want to be in my passport TN and I don't want to be in anything else. So I'm also going to set up a passport TN and a standard TN. And when I say set up, I have, and I think I showed you this in one of my previous videos, where I have undated inserts. Like I have an undated weekly and monthly. I have an undated weekly and monthly for this one. And I'm just gonna set those up, and you know, if I wanna hop into them and work from that, I will do that. So I just want to have options in 2026. I think that's the name of the game. But I don't want to have it where I have all these dated planners and then I have to look through my planner and see, oh my God, I didn't use this thing for 2 months. I don't need that for my mental health. What I need is when I open up a planner, I can just be like, oh, look at that blank monthly. Let me put the dates in. And this is where we're going to hang out for the month and not feel any kind of way. And with using all of my undated inserts, they will last, you know, well into 2027. So that is the plan for these. Any questions? Leave them in the comments. So I'm a rings and strings girl. So we're gonna do the setups for my pocket Ranger, my personal Ranger. I feel so blessed to have this matching set. And then I have never used my red set, and I think it'll be really good because it'll be winter. So we will do that. So that is the plannery plans. Let me just show you some of the inserts because that might give you a sense of what, I mean, I will have other things. Let me tell you about the other couple things that I will have. So I have a couple other things that are sort of complimentary. I spilled a Post-it in some water. Anyway, this desk. So I have a couple other things. This is gonna be still, I think middle of the year, probably like around May. I got this plotter A5 pre-loved, and it's the one from the first editions of the plotters because these are gold rings. And I love it. It was a wonderful investment, and it was such a good deal. And I started using this as a work planner because up until then I would just use a notebook as my work planner. Like that's why I ended up just going straight into the notes back here, because when you're like taking notes for clients, like it's just I needed a notebook. And for years I've always used a notebook for my work, and not necessarily a planner, mainly because all of our meetings and stuff are in Google Calendar, and you know, a lot of the stuff for work is digital, but I still like taking notes. I still like planning out what I got to do that day for the client, etc. So I have this for work, but work is not just my public health work. Work is my studio, my art studio. Work is this Substack that I really want to launch. I'm probably going to launch it for the holidays. It's going to be fun. It's all about stationery and slow analog living. And and then also YouTube, right? So initially when I was thinking, I was like, do I need to get another planner for like social media? Because I've been struggling with planning out my social media calendar, like what days am I filming. I'm all willy-nilly, and when I have 2 channels, as you know, and it's a lot of work, and I'm starting from scratch on my money channel. We just hit 100 subscribers, by the way. I'm very happy about that. Gave away a freebie and everything. You can head over to Fun Money Co to check that out if you're interested. But these plotter monthlies, I was writing down the videos. You can see in blue I have the stationery channel videos, and then in green that will be for my Fun Money Co channel. And I'm not buying any, I mean, I have monthlies, but this was one way to kind of track what day is what, but it wasn't really helping me see what days I was filming. So I still need to figure out the social media thing. I think what I'm gonna end up doing is kind of like what I had here in my personal size, but I think I needed more space. I made this pullout just with the, I think this is Peanuts Planner Co., where I have 2 streams. I have the stationery channel up here, and I have the money channel here, and it was like a little Kanban board. So I know, okay, I have to record this, I have to edit, and then upload. That way I can see what it was in the queue and for what day. So I think I'm going to experiment some more with this layout, but do it in the bigger size so that I have more space. So and then I have pages for the plotter that are like A4 size, so you can make a pullout with that. So I'm gonna play around with that. I'm excited to play around with that because I just need a way to see what is sort of in the file to edit, you know, that kind of thing, because I get so confused. I think one of my videos I put up on the stationery channel, I put the little thing like cash budgeting and financial independence in the little subscribe thing, and I was like, I'm so tired. I can't record stationery videos and money videos on the same day, or at the very least I can't edit them on the same day, because then I will be making mistakes. So, and it's it's all love. Both of the communities are full of kind people, and you know, no one's gonna be like, oh my god, what is this? Everybody's chill. So yeah, so I think that's the one thing that I'm still trying to find some good layouts for. So if you have any suggestions for like social media calendar, I do not want to buy another planner. I do not want to, none of that. I want to use what I have. Another idea was that I have a little notebook that I just clip here. This is just from my stash, and I was like, oh, you can use this as your social media notebook where you're just mapping out like all of the ideas and everything. That way it doesn't take up a lot of pages inside the book. And so that's another thing I'm experimenting with, but I would love to know how you are managing your social media. But this is what this plotter is for. It's just a lot of, it's more ideating and keeping track than anything. And then my planner is where I'm going to for my appointments, my daily to-do lists, that kind of thing. So I will plan in here for like say I'm writing a newsletter, I need to plan out the copy, do all that stuff. But in my planner, it's going to be today, plan out the copy for the newsletter, you know, send the newsletter, that kind of thing. And I wish I could do everything in one place, but I've tried that so many times, and I do like having the larger space to like write and take notes, etc., and plan. So that is staying in the system as well. So I guess at any given time, I will have these two, right? So if I'm in the personal, I have the personal on the plotter, A5. And then there's this little list book. I kind of don't like having so many books, but you know, I kept saying I wanted a narrow, and this is a Me Plus slim pad that was gifted to me, and I use this for my lists. So let me show you. It's just a book of lists, and I feel like this is so important because I go through this every couple of days just to kind of see, okay, you know, and it's actually something I want to go through every week when I'm planning my week. That way I can make new lists and, you know, make sure I'm updating things. So this is more like a companion to my planner. So these two are sort of like a unit, or if I'm in the pocket, for instance, this will be a unit. I'm probably going to get like a string or something I can tie them up. So these things go together. And this is something that will be on my desk. This is for work, or if I'm co-working elsewhere, I'll take that with me. But it still feels manageable. It doesn't feel overwhelming. I just love this personal size so much. Anyway, so that's the planner plans. Pocket, personal, undated. Rings, passport, rings, standard, undated. That way I can hop around depending on season to season. Like I know next year is gonna be, I'm back to traveling next year. Now that my knee is healing, I gotta get out of this country, okay? So I know I'm gonna be doing a bunch of trips. So that's where the rings are gonna come in handy, and I won't feel like, oh, I have to leave my planner behind when I go travel for a few weeks or whatever. I can take my strings with me. So that's the plan for that. But definitely let me know in the comments if what you're doing for your social media planning. I thought about doing digital because in my public health company, we use Notion and Gmail. But Notion has, you know, you can see the editorial stuff. So I thought about that. Let me know what you think. I think I'm totally okay with having like a hybrid system. I am primarily analog. That's just how I think. But when I am doing my videos, I'm at my desk. I can pull up my Notion on the desktop and see where things are in the queue. I think one of the issues I've been having with the social media is I will spend a day recording a bunch of videos and then I just put them in the to edit folder, and then I have to go back and remind myself, which video did I record? What did I talk about? And I'm like, I just need a way to log that. Another thing that I could do, actually that's a good idea, I just thought of it, I'm so brilliant, is use index cards. Like use an index card system for, I think I'm gonna go with that. I will get so excited about something like Notion or a digital app or something, and then I fall off because then I'm tired of looking at screens. So I think I'm going to try an index card system. Let me put that on my list I'm so smart. Thank you, Lord. I give all credit to God. The Holy Ghost be giving me ideas. So this is just an idea. Index card system for planning YouTube content. Plus, I also got this idea to get, I'm gonna go to the dollar store today and look to see if they have any plastic baskets, because my office is up, the floor is a mess around my desk, because if I'm filming a money video, I have my money binders, I have the calculator, and I want to keep things organized by video. Like if I'm working in this binder, I want that binder to be in the basket with the things that I need for that video, and like set up like a few little baskets on the floor and label them. Okay, this is the video that's going up on Monday. This is the video going up on Wednesday. So this is to organize the props for the videos. Same thing with planner stuff. If I'm talking about a haul, I want to put all that material inside the basket, because I'll sit down here ready to film, and then I'm like, oh, I didn't bring, where's the package? Where's the package? So I think I'm gonna go with these analog hacks. I'll let you know how that goes. Okay, so I will pop out to I gotta go to Lowe's anyway, and pop out to the Dollar Tree. I'm really excited about this because, or you know what? Do I want to go to Daiso? Do I want to go to Daiso today? Wait a minute. I think I could just get in the car and go down to Daiso. Oh boy, I'm gonna get in trouble, but I'll take my cash envelopes. I think I'm gonna go to Daiso just for the funsies and for the drive. Okay, because I deserve Daiso. I mean, it's basically a dollar store, like my sister said, Korean dollar store. So I'm gonna go to that dollar store. And I'll let you know how that goes, but I think that index card system, it just came to me. I think that will be perfect, because then I can like tape them to the wall. Like I can get a cork board in my office, and like I'm a visual person, hands-on like that. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. Even the cork board idea, I think I could just put it right on the back of the door, so it's not like obstructing, because you know, my office is also the guest room. Anyway, so that's that. Now let me just show you a few of the inserts. So I haven't set the planners up, but let me just show you what we got going on, what I have, and what I'm going to work on this weekend. And in the coming days, I have a trip coming up next week. I have to go to Charleston. Oh, my stomach's growling. To do a site visit for institutional art show that I'm going to be a part of in 2026, fall 2026. So I'm hoping that I'll be able to do a little vloggy vlog, because let's see if there's some stationery stores I can get into. So if you know anything about Charleston, South Carolina, if there's any stationery stores I need to go to, let me know in the comments, because you know I'm gonna find them. I'm gonna find a stationery store. I'm going thrifting, see what they got in their Goodwills. I want to see it. Okay, so anyway, here's some things that I have. So I have these A5 top tab dividers, which I really like, but because the plotter has 11mm rings, every little piece counts, and this is too much. But I'm gonna use these as a template and just make some vellum ones, because I have some 5mm vellum, and I can just make some vellum inserts. And then I have these little sticky tabs, and I can just pop it right at the top, at the edge, and then I can have my dividers. So that's a project that I'm gonna work on, and I make these just in Canva, and I use, this is a photo that I found on Pinterest. I'm probably gonna use this. This is gonna go in, I love it. And just do that, and those tabs, and I think I can mimic the top tab situation. So that's one thing that I'm gonna do. And another thing about making my own, like these dashboards, they call them, or dividers, is that I want to have more fun in my planners in 2026. Like I want to just be more creative, because I can get into a situation where I'm a creature of habit and I won't change anything. I'll just be like, oh, this is fine, it's working, I love it, I don't need to do anything. But I do want to have like themes. I may not be able to do it monthly, like make monthly dashboards, maybe, and just have like a different theme for the month. Definitely want to do seasonal, like quarterly, where I refresh all of my dividers and I add new stickers, I add my new postcard or whatever covers that I'm working, what colors I'm working with. So I want to do that because that's the beauty of rings. Like, it can be very functional, and that's what I love about it, but you can also be very creative. Like, one of the things that I'm doing now, and just because it's just, I just felt like it, just, I love that you can do this. One, using different color paper, but then just using different type of paper. Like, this is Hobonichi paper that I cut down, right? In this section, this is like a plotter narrow paper, and you see it's a different width, right? I started adding these in. I'm gonna keep doing this. Like, take a little notepad. I've had this notepad for years, and sometimes you just need a different way to organize yourself. Like, yeah, I can use the page to write out everything I need to do, but then I can also do this. And then I have this page. This is from Me Plus. And then I have these pages. So, and then I have some printable paper. So I just love that you can do different types of paper and different sizes of paper. And I'm gonna keep doing that in 2026, but I want to do it in, you know, add some more creativity to it and do like themes for the month, like color themes or whatever the case may be. So that's my intention. At minimum, I'll do it for the season. So I'll have a dashboard set for January, February, March, April, or January, February, March, and then I'll have another one that way I have some stability, structure, but different things to look forward to every season when I refresh my planner. So I have those, or that's one idea. Where? Oh, I have so many clampy clamps. Plotter, I'm not gonna, you know, I have my chart grid paper that I'll be using. I love these because there's so many ideas with this chart grid that you can use. One of the ones that I've used that I like, and I just have to sit down and think about other ways to do it, but is this, where you're doing like some kind of habit tracker, right? So this is November. I need to update this, Lord, because I've been working. Where you have the areas of whatever you want to work on, and then I just wrote down the number of days in the month, and then I just use a little marker to dot what days did I work on that. I've been working on YouTube a lot, so this is pretty much all YouTube, and I haven't been working a lot on these. I did a little bit of admin, and then studio is all next week. Yeah, so it's like you can use these little, you can use it as a weekly, but you can also use it to track stuff. So I'm gonna definitely continue using this insert, if you can see that. I have some beautiful pink paper that I'm gonna use. I got this at the Atlanta Pen Show, just A5 paper. And I can put this in my printer if I want to print on this. I'm thinking about adding some grid lines to this. I mean, whatever I want to do, I can put this right in the printer and print it. This is just some Ashford line paper. I love these blue plotter grids you can use to make like a Eisenhower matrix of importance. I have some printables from FILOFAX, just different papers. Let me show you the new stuff that I have. Actually, let me just go over this. So then all of this is stuff that I have, so I'm not buying anything new. Plain plotter paper, which is yummy. We have the blue plotter paper, yummy. I have the 6 rule plotter paper, yummy. I have another pack of plain, and then I have another pack of that chart grid. So I have plenty of stuff from now until forever, right? In addition to that, I have, I don't know if I showed you this, but I I bought a bunch of these from JetPens back in the spring when they restocked, and I love these because they are green, friend. This is a daily, so on the days when I'm like, okay, I got a lot going on, I can use, let me bring you in because I don't know if you can see. Okay, daily. So there's a time ladder on the side, and then this is a full page. You have a spot for maybe your important things, the date, and then on the side, which I love, I just noticed this, they have a little placeholder where you can put tabs, right? So I love that. And these are just dailies. So I have those. I have some weeklies. Again, everything is undated. So just so you can see the layout. It's similar to the Hours memory. So you have, oh boy. You have like your start of the week where you can put your to-dos, and then you have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Right? So that's lovely. I think I'm gonna really enjoy this layout. And that's one of the reasons why when I saw the Hour Studio, I was like, that looks familiar and that looks wonderful. So I have those. I have a blank monthly. I'm not gonna take this out, but you can see it's just a blank 2-page monthly. It starts Monday, like it should. I have another monthly. So this can last me for a very long time. I have another daily. Oh no, is this a different kind of daily? Oh yeah, I got a different kind of daily. So you see how this one says daily and this one says daily, but then it has some other words in Japanese. So, and that's, oh man, sorry about that. That was sticky. And that's because this is a different daily layout. This is for the busy girl. This is for like if I'm like crazy busy. So you can see that you get your time ladder on the left so you can track your days. You get a little space to do some stuff. You get a checklist for your to-dos, and that is your day. So this one is a more organized, the other one is more free-flowing. So I like this one as well. And another thing about rings is that I can decide, like, I may need free space on Monday and Tuesday, but come, you know, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I need to be on, like, hemmed in with this. I need more structure. So I'm gonna play around with my inserts, but pretty much from day to day, week to week, I can pick what I wanna have. And if I don't need anything, I won't use anything. So I have that daily. So I have 2 of these dailies. I have 1 of these dailies. I have 1 of these weeklies, and I have 2 monthlies. And that should be plenty for like through 2027. So that's what I have. Now the final thing I have for the plotter A5 are these, and I don't think I've shown you these. I got these from a stationery shop in Philly, I believe. It's called Amoy, and they have a good YouTube channel. I saw a couple videos on there with some good ideas. And I really wanted the book. This comes in a book format, and they were sold out. The brand is called LACONIC, and then I saw that they had the punched A5, so I went with that. And I have Think, Spreadsheet, and Gantt chart. Okay, and again, I got this for work, and I'll show you here. So it's just a Gantt chart. You just write down, you know, what the thing is, and then you have the days going across the top, and you can like see what things are overlapping. I could probably use this actually for scheduling as well, the videos. So this is beautiful. This is nice heavy cardstock. And then you have this, and let me just show you The paper is very smooth. It's cream, because that is the dream. I don't know if you can see that, but this is beautiful. I love this so much. Love it. Okay, so I'll be using these for work. Yeah, I'm so excited about work. I've been praying a lot. I'm just in a transition, and I'm trying to allow myself to dream a different dream for myself as far as work. I'm so grateful for my public health practice, because it got me to reach some of the financial goals that I needed to reach. But now that they have been reached, I have different needs when it comes to work. So I'm just streaming, which is nice. I do want YouTube to become my part-time job, and I want it to pay me part-time, but we haven't gotten there yet. So this was, all of these inserts were $9. So this one is the Think one. I just love the branding. Think, right? And this one, this one is like I have to like Google, because these are different types of charts to think on. This is called a mandala chart. I don't know how people use this, but I'm curious. So I bought it, and I'm like, okay, maybe this can help me come up with some new ideas around what it is I'm doing with my life. So there's the mandala chart. Again, gorgeous cream paper. And then you have the coordinate axis, which I like. Ooh, and then it's a little memo at the bottom. So you got that one. And then you get this concentric chart. And again, all of this is to help you think through things, but I do need to do some research to see where people start with them. And then we have this, where it's just boxes, 4 panels, and a memo. I love this. And I'm sure I'll come up with something so creative for all of these. But I was so curious about these, and I was like, oh, maybe that'll be good for work and planning out new ideas. Being a self-employed person, small business owner, it's wonderful, but it can be a little, when you're in seasons of a lull or transition, it can be a little scary. And especially like me, I don't got no extra money. I don't have a husband taking care of me at the moment. Okay, it's just me and my money. Just me and Jesus, just riding out, So I can't take too much time to dilly-dally or to plan. I have to be in committed action so I can receive the money I need to pay my mortgage. So this is the spreadsheet one. This is a long video, but anyway, it's Saturday. Okay, oh, this is cute. Now, okay, let me just show you. I don't know what I would do with this one, but it's a spreadsheet, literally. If you have any ideas, let me know, but I'm gonna sit and think about these, and I know I'm gonna come up with some creative things. So I was just excited to try. And again, I had never heard of this stationery store, and then I was watching some of their videos, and I was like, wait a minute, let me see. That was back when I had extra money. But all this was like for business, so it's a write-off. So that is what I have for the A5, friend. Now let me show you what I have for my personal size planner, and we're gonna wrap this up because clearly I've been chatting. And it's the same setup, I have different inserts that I'm gonna use. These are the ones that Me Plus sent. They were so kind to send me, because I said, oh, do you have a 2026 one? Because they sent me a 2025 one, but I was like, I need this for 2026. So look at the color. So this will go in my personal planner, and this is dated, but again, this was gifted and I just love it. So it has all of the dates. Actually, it goes like this, sorry. So January starts, and it's a pull-out, and I want to figure out something creative to do with this, tracker-wise. So I just got to think carefully about it because I don't want to ruin it, and I definitely want to use it. So it's so cute. And then I just, okay, you already seen these. These are my beloved FILOFAX to-do lists. I like those. And then this is some stuff that Me Plus sent. And I'll be using all of these. It's different. This one is like a perpetual one, a yearly plan. This one is really nice. The font is really beautiful on this one. So I have this one I can use as well. Some of these I can probably use for tracking. And then checklists. I love this one. That's so clever. Like your big things that you need to do for that month. So I have that one. Did they send me more than one? Oh, they sent me more than, oh, ow. I got more than one. I have several. I know I knew that. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh shoot, I could put all of these in my planner for, see, I say they sent me the 2025 one, and I don't know why I didn't use it. But I will repurpose this because this bad boy is super cute. What is this one? Hold on a minute. Oh, January, February, March. Oh, it's 2 years. I mean, it's 1 year, but it's on 2 pages. Baby. So yeah, I have to figure out how I can use this. Womp womp. I'm so sad that I didn't figure it out sooner. And then some dailies I'll be using, some weeklies. I'm excited to set this up. This is a weekly planner, and these are just samples. So if I wanted to, I can get some, and these are undated. So who knows, I may double back and get some. This one is really nice. This is like a monthly, and you can track. This will be a good tracker. 1, 2, 3, 4. I only have enough for 4 months. Bummer. So I may order some from them. This is a nice list situation. And then I love this color thing. And then, oh, here's another good tracker. Yes, this one is good. I'll use this one for sure, for sure. Yeah, okay, so I have some of those inserts. So I will be setting up my planner, and I'm gonna figure out how to reuse this 2025. If you have ideas, let me know in the comments, because I like to use my things. So that is what I'll be using. And then of course I got the same Da Vinci inserts for my personal size. So this is the same weekly, it's just a personal size. I don't need to open that. And then I got a monthly, a blank monthly. It's a 2-page monthly. So I'll be using that. And then I got this 2-page weekly. Okay. And then of course I got some dailies, because we are daily girl, right? So I have all of those for my personal size. And then I just have colorful paper. So pink, yellow, blue. I like these colors because they're less in your face than the FILOFAX ones, and they're grid. They're from Bindex. I got them on Amazon Japan. I'll put all the links in the description for you. And then I got this one, which I don't know. And I've shown you some of these before, but just to recap, this is another one where you can do something creative. It says 5-year plan, but I can use this for something creative. Events, that kind of thing. I just gotta sit down and like think about them, but less about the insert and more about what sorts of things I want to track. And then let's see if the insert works. I'm also big on just hand drawing it. I think it was Tori on Paper who shared recently her pocket planner. And like when you need an insert, just draw it out. Because you don't have to like go and buy or look for the perfect insert. You can just simply draw it out. So this is a daily gratitude, like a 1 line a day. I definitely am gonna use this. I love this. And again, this is from Amazon Japan, Bindex. So I have that to use in my setups. And I got some more paper, except this one is blank. I'm really excited about these because I'm just gonna add stickers to them and jazz them up, babe. And then these are just my plain grid ones that I got from Amazon. These are too wide, as you can see. And what I do is I just slice them down. I just cut off a little bit and it's fine. I do a bunch at a time and then they're ready to go. But those are my little inserts for my personal size that I'll be using in 2026. Just put them back in here. And then for the passport, and I'm almost done here, I will be, this is where I store my little stuff, using, this is for my Mini 5, which we're not going to talk about the Mini 5 today, but I just have my plotter inserts. I have a to-do list, I have the grid, I have the plane, I have project manager things, folders. I got these little dividers on AliExpress, so I may use those. And then I got some DaVinci sheets. These are just plain. This is the weekly, just like I just showed you. It's a week on 2 pages. This is the monthly, so I can be in my pocket without any problems. And then this is the daily. So just a line notes page. So that's all I would need for my pocket is the monthly, the weekly, and some blank pages. So that is how I'm gonna set up my pocket for the most part. And then use cute little plotter things to add some extra zhuzh in there. And that is it, folks. I'm excited because I had all this stuff. So planner season, I didn't buy a planner. I bought the Hours Studio planner, but I'll be using it as a journal, and tomorrow we'll talk about all my journals. But I had all this stuff, and I'm just gonna use it and continue loving rings. And I can be in my rings for a very long time because, as you can see, I have enough stuff to last for a couple of years, if not 3 or 4. Right? So I am super pumped about it. And I store my stuff in these IKEA bins, by the way, just in case if you're like, what do you store? And then I put it inside my IKEA Alex drawer system. So that's all I got for you today. Hopefully that was clarifying. And if you have any suggestions for me, comments, questions, let me know. But like I said, rings and strings, undated everything. That's my 2026 in a nutshell for planning. And I love that for me, because now I can get creative with all of the deco and dividers and all that business. I'm gonna try to make everything and not buy anything. The only other little thing that I'm looking at, I love charms, by the way, but I'm also trying to make those too myself, because girls, stuff is expensive. All right, that is it, friend. I will talk to you in the next video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me on a Saturday morning, and I will see you again. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also share this video. It helps. If you know somebody who loves planning and they're not over here in this cozy little part of the internet with us, tell them to come over. Okay? Love you. Bye.